Yeah. I'll make your mom keep the noise down.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? We'll probably get started about 6:10, 6:15. Let some people roll in here first. Hope y'all got y'all drinks tonight. We're going to do about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on how the questions are coming in. Told y'all I got me a little drink tonight. What up, CNB? Is the mic volume too low? Are we good? What up, Janae? I got my 50 boy chain on tonight, y'all. I ain't got the piece. I just got the chain. Oh, you good? Yeah. Y'all see my pops in the background. He came and visit. Hey, yeah, bro. I think Lamar may be gone, you know. He may be about the picture. But I don't know. Because I don't know how they're going to do season 2. That's my only thing. If we can get, maybe next week, if they show us a preview of season 2, we can decide, okay. You know what I'm saying? Lamar might be here. Because we're going to need an antagonist for the next season. Oh, shoot. Let me go grab my phone. Like I said, we'll probably start about, what is it, 6:03? Probably like 6:10, maybe 6:15-ish. We get about 20 people in, 20, 25 people. We'll get it going. Yeah, pinning the murder on somebody is the best thing. I say they pin the murder on Lamar, but that's just me, you know. The only thing is they got to catch Lamar. You would think the best thing for Lamar to do in a situation like this, just to get out the city, especially when it's just you by yourself. What up, Howard? Keep my Truly down because they ain't paying me for this yet, even though I need the support. Barner 3000 was happening. Hey, Barner 3000 has a YouTube and he's about to be doing real estate. He's a black aeronautical, how can I put it? A black aeronautical put it like this, he's a pilot in the making, but his channel is about to be booming. He does a lot of real estate and stuff. So once he gets everything up and running, I'm definitely going to be having him on here to talk about a few things that he's investing in. He watches the TV shows also. No, I don't think we'll know, Donna, who actually shot him. If they might come up with like a random character, but I don't think they found out in real life. And if they did, we wouldn't know. Brooke, as far as you know how TV is, they got to change it up a little bit. Yeah, Pat was dating Kato's sister, but you know, the show got to switch it up a little bit. I don't think they actually know each other on here because we see that Kato is more of a connection to Lamar. Her dad used to work with Lamar. So they just moving things around. Everything isn't going to be the 100% accuracy. Detective Bryant, I don't think he's done for. I think he might at least make it to season 2. It just all depends on what they do with Detective Lopez. Cause I mean, he didn't get Lopez killed, but I don't know if they I don't know if they find out that he's dirty, then it could be end of him. But he's separating himself from everybody. We know Meech and Terry aren't about to snitch. So they have to come down to saying Pat snitch, but I doubt they do that. Matter of fact, y'all know how we do it. Comment who you want us to talk about first, and I'll find a couple of their scenes, and we'll talk about how they messed up this week and what they need to do to shake back. So let me know who y'all want us to start off with, and in about 3 minutes, we'll get started on that. The recap, we got the recap if you want to go in order, but here we talk about whatever we want to talk about. See, we got the 40-40 split on if Lamar's going to be done for next week. Kato. All right, let me see what we got on Kato back in the storage room.
Time to choose, T. It's either me or it's Meech, but you can't do both.
If you'd like to help, then help. I can't do that.
It's a crime to lie to a police officer. You do.
They over here trying to scare my girl Nicole, man. She ain't about to fold. Police can't do nothing to us. Yeah, I could see that, Barner. 2 people could leave next week. Shoot, they need to give us something on Swift. Now we're gonna start with Kato because that's the only name that I see. Well, I see 2 people, 2 Katos. So let me see what we got on Kato. Oh, okay, yeah, we got some. We got some for Kato. Fuck it, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, Lamar is too good, Nicole, and I agree with that. I don't think Lamar can leave just yet. Like, at least give us Lamar till midway season 2. Give us 10 episodes for season 2. Let Lamar stay on there, and then they get rid of Lamar, or they move to Atlanta. But yeah, you can't get rid of Lamar right now. Episode 8 is next week, and also that'll be the finale. And then episode 1 of Power Book 2, season 2 airs. So I'm gonna have both of the recaps up. The first live stream is going to definitely be the BMF. I probably won't do I might do a episode 1 for Power Book 2 during the week, but then that next week we'll do Book 2 because to me BMF is better than that. So my live stream next Sunday is definitely going to be on BMF because the finale is supposed to be big, personally in my eye. I think it could go. I could give it a good 3 seasons. I say we just got season 1. Season 2 would be them making some money in Detroit. They still kind of beefing with Lamar. He's still around, lingering around. They do what they do with Lamar, and then they transition to Atlanta at the halfway point or midway through. And then season 3 They could do all Atlanta, or they can just make season 2 the rest of Detroit, and then they move out to Atlanta and start season 3 in Atlanta. But I personally think they could do 3 or 4 seasons. I wouldn't do anything more than that because we already, unless I don't know how they could stretch it out, because you'd want it to be over some years. You wouldn't want it to just be this month is what happened in this, you know what I'm saying, in this season. Because you could put next season into the 90s, roll into ATL, yeah. And then like the last season be when they get locked up. So I say at least 3 seasons, but they could do 4. They could stretch it to 4. But since we starting on Kato's ass, we know how she is. An opportunist. If things look good with Lamar, she's rolling with Lamar. If things look good with Meech, they running with Meech. Now, we know she's been staying over B-Mickey's house. She's fooling this guy. Nah, I don't trust her either. She's been fooling this guy. An attractive woman. B-Mickey. First of all, before we even talk about Kato, Meech told Mickey, cut her off. Business is business. But she comes over, she's crying and stuff. Oh, things is tough out here. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking she has a boyfriend. Well, an ex-boyfriend that she owes money to. She comes over here. She gives him some tears, talking about she got to get up out the city because she just killed a cop. Now, I give her credit for that. She killed the cop to save Meech. So I give her, you know what I'm saying? I give her that. But she comes over to B-Mickey's house and she's like, oh, I got to get up out the city. I just got to get killed. Through all of this, what does she do? She takes her clothes off and lets B-Mickey slide. I'm like, man, you ain't really trying to get up out this city. You acting reckless with this. Yeah, I could see that. It looked like he was gonna cut her off until she got undressed. My thing is, he's in here, he's laid up with her. It ain't no telling what Meech and him are doing. We know the block is hot. We know she just killed a cop. As a guy of me, I know they kids, they about 18, 19, maybe 20. I know they're, you know what I'm saying, they don't really think things through, but I already got a body on me. I'm speaking as B-Mickey right now. I got a body on me. She comes over talking about she didn't kill the cop. It ain't no way I'm letting her stay at the house. We may do what we got to do, but yeah, you do got to get up out the city. You killed a cop. I just killed a drug dealer, and the cop you killed was on my case, so I'm good. But you got to get up out of here because at this point, the feds are coming. But she gets over here, and, you know, they do their thing. She tricks B-Mickey because he's all in his feelings. And like I say, when you get that thing put on you, B-Mickey wasn't getting nothing back then. Do you think we'll see any episode with any of Meech industry homies like Suge? I don't know, man. I think Suge Knight's rights are signed over to Ray J, so I don't really know. Hey, now you say B-Mickey is trigger happy with everyone else except for her. He's big trigger happy. When he went to the store to go buy some paper, he left his gun at the house. What shooter you know leaves his gun at the house? Especially when you hanging with a girl that killed a cop. When you killed a gang member and y'all got Lamar on your case. Well, I would have never done that. And now Kato, she's all locked up in the streets now. I don't know if she gave Lamar B-Mickey's address or if Lamar just been following her and that's how he found out where B-Mickey lives. Because I'm looking at this scene and I'm like, how did he know exactly where she was going to be at and then pop up? Because you remember he was over at the house whooping on Mo before he came over here. I know that sounds bad, but we're not talking about me as in Mo. We talking about as in Mo on the show. Because I gave Lamar that business to be honest. Yeah, she's his kryptonite, but Meech seen that. And he's like, dog, you gonna get caught up in it. And she even called him out. You remember when they were laying in the bed and they were talking about the stank and the funk and she was like, you catching feelings? He's like, well, yeah. Like, come on, man. Lamar comes over here, and the thing about Lamar is he's just too calm. No matter what, he comes over because he really came over to do B-Mickey dirty. He was gonna get him when he came back, and then they were gonna work on Meech and Lamar. But she plead, please, please don't do B-Mickey, please. I like him. Exactly. You never leave your gun, and he's getting dressed because he's happy. They not thinking anything through, man. I just don't see me hanging out with Kato. One, after she says she owes a dude some money. Like, okay, you owe your ex some money. I'm not hanging out with you until you resolve that money issue with this dude, because that ain't my beef. That's all your beef. Two, she killed a cop. Hey, no. You can't hang over here. They looking for you. They gonna be on the lookout forever until they find this out. 'Cause that's one thing that doesn't go unsolved. A gang member, unsolved. A black kid from the hood, unsolved. A cop, you let me know how many cases of are unsolved of cops getting killed. They about to put everything on that. The feds are involved. Everything. Kato's in over her head though. Kato's going to be a sacrifice. I don't know. I think they may let Kato rock till season 2, or at least like, I won't say a sacrifice. Maybe stay in the game, and then, you know, since they're turning into BMF, they're turning into the Black Mafia family. It's like, all right, you work for us, but then they just cut off her work. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they'll give. Well, let me not say that, because that would be a good twist for Meech. Well, see, I can't even say Meech or Terry to get rid of Kato, because I don't think we're going to see them do any murders. And if they do a murder, it's going to be something over the top that isn't believable, just because they don't want to incriminate themselves. So that's the only thing I can say about that, unless B-Mickey does it. I don't think Kato is going to be a sacrifice as much as I think she'll sacrifice somebody or something really valuable to get Lamar off her back. Yeah. See, I'm going to break down the trailer again on the live with y'all too. I'm going to go in there and get that. Those 2 caskets, I don't know who they could be for, because they could easily get rid of somebody within the crew, or it could be like Detective Brian or something. I'm not even sure. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about Kato. I think Kato is going to hang around for a little bit, but once they become full-time contractors, she might just be, I think what they could do is just put her in a relationship with B-Mickey, and then they do their own thing, but they start to phase out, especially once they leave. Because Lamar in real life, the guy that he's playing Leighton in real life, he's the reason Big Meech moved to Atlanta. So I think they could still go that route and have them, you know, causing some friction. I won't say he's the reason Big Meech moved because he wanted to get away from all the nonsense and drama. We not about to make it seem like Meech is weak out here. He just didn't want to deal with none of this. That's why he started Black Mafia Family, so everybody could come together. Ooh, that could be something. Tiny. It could. I don't know. Tiny seems solid, and Tiny's the reason that we had the connection with not Lamar but Q. There was a lot of stuff this episode with them. Cause you remember when they pulled up on on the store with B-Mickey, well not B-Mickey, but Kato was in there. She tucked the jewelry, tied her hair up. But they gave us a little foreshadowing though. Cause most people when they seen it, let me see right here, all they seen was Detective Lopez. They didn't really notice nothing about it. It's just like, oh, okay, Lopez sees Kato, but he doesn't know if she's in the gang or not. She did still have that big dookie rope. You know, it was tucked in, but so right here was foreshadowing. No one really called on to that. She ended up killing them a couple of scenes later. Yeah, Nikki, I could see them using Monique, definitely. She could easily tell Lamar, I want you back. But I think at this point, they too far gone. After what Lamar did to Mo, he definitely not going to be able to get back in that house. Because when he broke in the house, I was like, whose house is this? And after that whooping he put on there, Mo, he knows Mo's not going to deal with him anymore. It's just no way. Like, if she does that, then he's going to probably think, man, something's up. Because Lamar is smarter than what people think. And you got to remember, this ties in with Kato too. Lamar went to the mental hospital for 2 years. He didn't go to jail. But we found out Lamar took the body for Kato. So he went to jail for a crime he didn't even commit. And that's why she's really in debt to Lamar. So he's actually smart. And people thinking, oh, Lamar crazy. He does this and this. No. Lamar went down for something he didn't do because he's just being loyal to her dad. Now, they don't give us no backstory on it. It's just she caught a body and Lamar went to jail for it. But the Mo situation, there ain't no resolving that. Lamar ain't that foolish. And like, we can't say he does love Mo and Zoe. It was just at this point, he knows what he's up against. If he goes back to jail, he's going to jail for real. He's going to prison. Yeah, I don't get that. If I'm Meech and Mo calls me, no, I'm not pulling up on that. Just for the simple fact, Lamar's been living there. In my head, I'm thinking, Lamar is shot. Mo is calling me. Oh, this is a setup. Ain't I kidnapped her daughter? Nah, this is a setup. I'm not going over there. But that's just me thinking. I'm like, man, I'm trying to stay safe and make it up out of here. But one thing we can say, though, is, yeah, see, Tiffany, you know it. She ain't letting them back in that house. Not after that. We seen her sitting there with the ice on her mouth. Like, let me see. I think I got a picture of that. Look, she got that ice pack on her face. She definitely ain't about to let Lamar back in that house. She walk around, yeah, man, I'm cool, man. Don't call the police or nothing. Yeah, well, shit, my name Meech. I ain't calling no police. The only police I talk to is Brian, and he dirty. So they ain't even consider talking to the police. Well, Kendall, yeah, see, we don't even have a backstory on how any of them. The only thing we know is B-Mickey was Meech's friend. He grew up with them and they were cool. But we don't know nothing about how Kato got in the group. In real life, like I said, Pat, aka Ed, he was dating Kato's sister, and that's how she started working with him. But on the show, she's not affiliated with Pat. She's just in the crew. So I guess you could say it's just somebody on the block. Where's the necklace? What necklace, Barner? I ain't gonna lie to you. I never knew. I never listened to no Cash Doll music or really knew who she was. I just heard the name before. But she did a good job with Mo this week. Way better than I was expecting. Oh, man. Lamar gave that diamond necklace. You know her ass pawned that. After he left that night, either she pawned it or Lamar took that thing back when he broke into the house to clean up. Because I know I would have took them diamonds back. Yeah, we don't even know what happened to Pat after Brian told him it ain't going to be like that. Terry's not here for B-Mickey. Nah. I mean, Terry, I won't say he respects him. He can tolerate B-Mickey. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows that they can use B-Mickey to make some money. But other than that, he doesn't want Mickey to even think that he's on the level that they are, you know, because once you start letting him in on that, he's going to think he can make the decisions and everything. Nah, we going to give you the work. You go out and sell it. Hey, for real, Barner, you know, she either pawned that thing because the house she living in is trash. She got that junk and everything behind it. Or Lamar was like, shit, I might take this just in case I got to go on the run. I can pawn it. Who knows, man? Because I was thinking, where's she going to wear it to? To the little skating ring and stuff that they be going to? She really had nowhere to wear that as a paralegal. They like, Monique, come here real quick. Let me talk to you about that necklace here. We know you can't afford that on the salary we have here. Are you doing something illegal? You know how them lawyers are gonna get. Now, what I could say they could use Mo for, and I mentioned it before, is if they talk to Mo, since she's a paralegal, she could probably potentially link Terry and Meech up with a big time lawyer or something, just in case they ever get any charges on them. Because that's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need somebody there for you, especially a lawyer that's gonna look out. One that knows what you got is illegal. You know what I'm saying? But they don't care that it's illegal because the funds that are coming to them are legal. But you got to start washing money to do that. You know what I'm saying? I might even go turn in my 50 piece. You know what I'm saying? 50 boys. I'm the real J-Mo, not the J-Mo that got popped by B-Mickey, because I would have whooped on him. Oh, yeah. Her house is definitely better than Kato's. I'm talking about Kato's house is the slums. When B-Mickey went over there, he was like, woof. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and kick it at mama's basement, man. Like, at least she got decor back here. She got pictures and stuff. Kato had, you know, when you just putting up walls and stuff and you got to like put some caulking on it and then you got to sandpaper it down. That's how Kato's house was looking. It was trash by the front door, a bag of clothes. Like, oh, man. She had that TV on. If you remember when Lamar kicked in them doors, them back rooms were all junky. It was clothes on the bed, trash. Nah. We ain't doing none of that. What did y'all think about the white boy Rick appearance? I know it was short-lived. We didn't get anything out of it. It was just, oh man, that's white boy Rick. Ain't no woman pawning no diamond, nothing, especially not no black woman. Hey, man, you right. But shoot, if times get hard, I bet her ass is, hey, what can I get for this? You know the pawn shop gonna get over on her. Ooh, these diamonds here, they gonna look at it. Man, I can give you $100, $200 for this. Hey, thanks, Tiffany. Where we at? We had 37 people. Yeah, let's try to get it up to at least 20 likes. You know what I'm saying? But I think, I mean, they threw Eminem in just to, you know, get that guest appearance. And plus, he has a huge fan base of loyal people. So whether they haven't seen the show or not, what I think the thing is we throw Eminem on there. His fan base that haven't seen the show, they're going to tune in. Boom, it's going to skyrocket this to number one. Even though they were probably already going to get number one. It's just Eminem could say, hey, I was on the number one show. You know what I'm saying? But Starz had that screw up where they let it out last week. You know, there was a lucky few of us that got to see it early. I don't know if y'all noticed. I re-upload episode 8, the trailer where I broke it down, because Starz, Lionsgate, they blocked it. Remember, I dropped it last week. They blocked it on Tuesday, I think it was, because they messed up and let everything go earlier. So, I mean, I ain't getting no strike or anything, but they made me take my video down for the trailer of episode 8. Because then they didn't do my recap, though. Yeah, they hyped him up. I mean, it was a good look for the show, though. I don't know what their ratings were for last night or if they still got the number one for this week. I mean, they might have. I did a Who Is White Boy Rick, just for those that didn't really know who he was. Of course, he was an informant, but the only reason he was an informant is because his dad got into some trouble and he was trying to clear his dad's name. So he was out there working for him. And the reason Meech acknowledged him, because at this time, he was working for a guy named Johnny Curry, who was dating he married the mayor's niece. And he was getting all of his drugs from the police and the feds. He's working with Detroit Police Department, also with the FBI. And they were giving him drugs to go sell to all the dope dealers. So when you seen White Boy Rick, you was like, dang, this young boy got some money. He's moving stuff. And no one knew how he was getting his work. But it turned out he was an informant. He just got out of jail 2020. Now he's suing everybody because while he was an informant, the reason he got the name White Boy Rick is because the feds, they named him White Boy Rick since he was underage and he had the same name as his father, but they couldn't use him as documentation since he was underage, and the underage can't be an informant. So they were using his dad's name for their information. So that's why he's suing them, because he went to jail for, 2 decades, 20, 30 years over something he wasn't supposed to. Well, being an informant and selling drugs. But that's why White Boy Rick was so significant in this. Yeah, blatant truth. A lot of people didn't do it, but I'm like, man, forget it. We watched it. We're going to review it. The review they didn't take down. The recap they didn't take down. It was just the trailer for episode 8, since it wasn't supposed to be out till today. Yeah, he was supposed to look like a teenager. He had curly hair, and then he had the little mullet when he got arrested. But it is what it is. I think for the most part, it was cool just looking out for your boy. It's just like if I got on, I'd put one of my homeboys on anything that I got, even if he only has a minor role. Hey, y'all got to pay him 50 bands just to get on here. Cool. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what it's all about, making sure your people eat. Yeah, they did White Boy Rick wrong. He was out there. His pops were making silencers for guns and stuff, and they were selling it. Now, his dad is actually the reason the feds were even on him, because he called the feds and told that his daughter was dating messing around with one of the drug dealers. So he wanted he wanted the feds to get the drug dealer out of his daughter's life, but it backfired, and they wanted White Boy Rick to start giving them information on the streets. Yo, how did you get the dopest white boy in the world, who is also one of the dopest rappers in the world, to play the world's greatest rap? Well, if you haven't seen, 50 Cent's been going on a little rant about how he's doing the Flores twins. They the ones that told on El Chapo. Now, they're snitches, but what are you talking about? And he's making a lot of sense. Everybody loved New Jack City. Wesley Snipes played a snitch. Nino Brown was a snitch. It wasn't me. It was the pretty light-skinned dude at the bank. Denzel Washington played a hell of a role as Frank Lucas. He was a snitch. He told on all the cops and everything. Still a hell of a show. Cameron played Alpo. Paid in Full was a good movie, but it was a snitch in it. So he's like, what's the difference between me, doing a series on 2 snitches, or having Eminem? You got to understand, Eminem is the biggest white boy in the world. So coming to playing White Boy Rick, who's from Detroit, hey, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Eminem's not the snitch. He just playing a role. And it wasn't nothing but, what's up, Meek? Dapped him up and kept it moving. So it's not like he was really going into details and doing anything. Shit, I ain't no snitch, but you to put me on here. Shit, I play it. Hell yeah, Nicky Barnes was a snitch too. He told on everybody. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's why it's called acting. Because it ain't me. It's just me acting. Let's see what else we got. Now, Big L. Oh, man. I make sure I don't mess up with her. But we owe her some money. We told her we're going to get those things up front, cash every time. So we need to have that money. And we can tell she is not playing around. That's one thing she told him up front. I'm not dealing with your brother. He's too flashy. I'm not, I'm not fronting anybody no packs. We doing this for real. And of course, they ain't got no money because they got to get on the streets. And that's why Meech was out there when they killed Detective Lopez. He took the first shift to work to try to move everything that they have to try to get the re-up from Big L. Yeah. And the thing is, Nikki, not only does she look like she can make you disappear, she has the money for it. We talk about her having the drug connects and everything, and how she's able to give them 5 keys and do all this. That's not even to mention her art gallery that she has and the family business that she took over. We know art is making a lot of money. Her father had it. He passed. The brother took over and he ran it into the ground and she picked it back up. So it looks like it's very successful. A lot of black art. They even had the naked woman in there. Everybody was painting. So you don't want to cross her. You do not want to cross her at all. And like you said, nigga, you see when T came in there and she's talking to him. She's just filling them out. But she's relating all of the art, everything that she's telling them that the family does. She's relating the art to the dope game. You know what I'm saying? You got something. You make a price for it. The people ask for it. That price goes up determining on how much they want it, how less they want it. And she sits down when they right here. When they sitting down right here, she's like, let's skip all that small talk. What are you really here for? That's because she's about business. Anytime, if I have something and you're supposed to come buy it from me, if you're coming to talk to me, but you're not talking about like buying something, we don't have a personal relationship. It's all business. So if you're talking to me before it's time for you to buy something, I know something is up. Like, no wait, you ain't got that money? And she tells T straight up, I ain't trusted you. You told me y'all were gonna come get this stuff cash up front every single time. And he's sitting there like, man, well, we got a problem. Anybody that knows anything, if someone owes you $20 and they come up to you and say, hey man, I got stuff going on at work. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. You still owe me money. I was reading a review where they said they think Terry gonna be smashing Lala, which I think will happen. But Big L too. You think? Now I can see Lala. I forget what her name is on here since we only seen her that one time, and she was being a Chester, a pedophile. She over here flirting with T, and he in high school. She gotta be at least 23, 24. But I can see him messing with her. I can't see Big L doing anything. It would be a twist that would be unexpected, but I don't think I could see them doing anything together. I don't think that would fit the show. Like, I think if they keep her business and we can have her as the one woman on here that's really making the power moves. You know what I'm saying? One that's like not going to put up with no bull. Because Lala's character, all she is just a girlfriend to a big dope dealer. She ain't really got, unless she knows a few people, but you don't get no bigger than Big L as far as the women go and what they got a connection. It didn't look good in the beginning of business with Terry and Big L. Are you talking about in this episode or when they first linked up, like at the bar when he met her, but he didn't know it was her, or when they actually communicated outside the car where she said she'll only deal with him? Lala was in the first episode. If you remember when they went to the party for Pat, they went in there. T had seen it. He was like, man, who is this? And then when Pat brought him over to introduce him, they seen who she was. Matter of fact, let me see what her name is. See if there's any details on her anyway. Lala. Now they say Lala is Markeisha Taylor. Markeisha Taylor, let's see. Markeisha Taylor is a recurring character on Starz original crime drama BMF. It says he is portrayed by Lala Anthony. She is portrayed. Markeisha is the wife of flamboyant drug dealer that Meech and Terry befriend. She sees something in Terry, a seriousness and a sense of purpose she feels she can harness to make herself rich and powerful. She develops a friendship with him as his confidant and eventually his lover, putting everything Terry has built in the streets at stake. Well, I mean, we all knew that. There's not one show that Lala doesn't put anybody in jeopardy. Like, come on, man. She put Tommy in jeopardy on Power. Was damn talking to the police, trying to save her and her son. She put, if y'all watch The Shy, she's over there. She's messing with Emmett and she messing with Emmett's dad, putting that relationship and his relationship in jeopardy. So we already knew that was coming from her. Exactly, Barner. It's just like, hey, you talking big business. Hey, Big L, we want to buy our stuff up front. You know what I'm saying? We don't want nothing to be, you know what I'm saying, just given to us on the loan or anything. We gonna buy it up front. She said, all right. Now here he is a week, 2 weeks later. Yeah, about that. I ain't got the, you know what I'm saying, I ain't got the bread. It was some, you know what I'm saying, some beef in these streets. Yeah, well, you better handle that beef because over here we cashing out. It ain't Burger King. You can't get it your way. It's McDonald's. However we make it is how you get it. She typecast in the role she plays. Well, I think the thing is, her Lala, if you listen to this, I got a lot of respect for you, even though you did my boy Mello wrong. But her acting isn't. Y'all know what I'm saying. It ain't that good. So you got to give her a role that is easy for her to play. Look good, dress nice. You know what I'm saying? Minimum roles. Throw that thing a little bit. And that's the role that Lala fit in. And sometimes you gotta take those roles. Just like you see in what is it? The dude from Menace to Society that was doing a little creeping to go shoot at Kane. He plays the same role in every movie. Hell, Stacy from The Wood plays the same role. Sometimes that's just your character, and if you do a good job at it, it's like, why not? Hell, Debo played the same big angry dude. Wasn't the brightest, R.I.P. But it is what it is. I mean, what else could we really expect Lala to do? Put a 1 if you could believe that Lala was the plug. She had all the work. Or put a 2 if you're like, yeah, you right. Lala couldn't play nothing but what she plays. Matter of fact, let me see something. They got any. Oh man, Barner out here hating, Nikki out here hating, Kendall out here hating. All these twos popping up. Dang, y'all ain't giving Lala no love. Damn. 4 straight 2s. Lala, this ain't me. I'm just saying, you do a good job with the roles you play. You just couldn't be. Look at Robert, even Tiffany. God damn. Gina. Hey, y'all tripping. Lala, this is them. I'm saying you doing a good job of being the side piece. But you ain't gonna be no dope dealer. Her biography. Yeah, motherfucker say to be announced. They should have put TBD, to be determined. Joyce, well, the thing is, there's no exit. The only thing about Big L is, dang, even Joyce, all right, y'all can stop the 1s and 2s. We get it. Lala can't be a star. Damn, that's messed up. I don't think so. For your question, Joyce, is there an extra clause for Terry and Big L? I don't think there's an extra clause, but there's a you mess up, that's it. I think she might let them slide just because of the age of them. All right, it's your first time working with us and y'all young, but after this, it's no extra clause. And since they're buying it up front, she doesn't have anything to worry about. They come 100,000, she gets 100,000. They get their word. It's not like they come, she gives them $100,000 worth of work, and they got to come bring back that 100,000. Whatever they buy is on them. So if they don't sell it, that's to them. But they do have an agreement that you said you can. Let's just say every week you're gonna get 5 keys from me. So if that's the case, you got to keep being able to pay for that, or it's going to be problems. Let's look. Have a feeling that Big L would become acquainted with Meech. Amari, I believe that too. I just don't think she wants to do the initial business with him. Say if they get things rolling and T can't make it, then Meech is going to have to step up. And I think she would do work with him in that case. But that'll probably just be dropping off money, picking up and then that's it. None of this coming and being able to talk to her one-on-one, just because she doesn't. Meech, other than Pat's party, we haven't seen Meech in anything other than really a jumpsuit, a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah, she owned her own shopping power. But how long did that last before she let Tasha come in there and start moving dope and the feds coming like, excuse me, you gonna have to shut this shit down. It look like some illegal stuff in here. But she also had a shop, and let's not forget, she was out there snitching. Tasha seen that paperwork, and it was better Tasha killed her how she did, because if Tommy would have got to her. But hey, man, we're going to talk about that power stuff next week. We got to get back on this. We know Lala can't be the star. Nadia, yeah, we spoke about Kato. At this point, Kato was still one of those, we really don't know whose side she's going to be on. We know the real life, but is she going to flip up? Say Lamar comes and they corner Meech or something. And he's like, Kato, you got to do this. She's going to do it. She ain't going to turn on Lamar. Tasha swindled her. Hell, Tasha was getting swindled herself. But that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I feel about them two. What we got? Oh, yeah, we didn't even finish B-Mickey and y'all girl. This face right here. When he seen Lamar come out his house, there wouldn't have been no talking. When I came in that house, I would have picked that stainless up. Click, clack. Bat, bat, bat. That would have been it. Especially if I'm in a game like this. It ain't no way I'm about to let Kato. She over there cooking Spam in just her drawers. I'm like, no, Kato. No. She over here, and you know B-Mickey, he over here shaking, tear coming down his eye. That's there. Why'd I forget my strap? Yeah, when he left, it's a war going on outside. And you leave your gun in the house? You leave your gun in the house? I ain't even beefing with nobody right now. But I ain't leaving my gun in the house. And we still really don't even know if that's the dirty gun. We know T asked him about it. He's like, oh, no, this ain't it. But what did we hear last week? When Kato was at the house with B-Mickey, he was cleaning and said, nah, this gun's got me through some things. It's like family. I think that's still that dirty gun. Man, I don't know, man. IG left it for her just in case anybody ran in. Nah, man. Nadia, I don't know, man. Wouldn't nobody be running into his house because they didn't have the stash there or anything. Remember, they moved all the work from his mama's house to the suburbs, but that got robbed. So right now they don't have any work besides what T gave them, and they were supposed to all be selling that individually. Yeah, babe, Lamar's prints are on it. But remember, after Lamar left, B-Mick came in the house and he picked it up. That's the gun that he pulled on Kato. Because remember, right here, when he's in the car rapping, before he goes in the house and he sees Lamar come out, he looks in the glove department because he was going to try to get at Lamar. But the gun wasn't in there, it was in the house. And after he gets in, he picked it right back up. So I'm really thinking this is that dirty gun. We want to know how they can get rid of Lamar. If they keep this, they'd have to plant it on Lamar or something. That would be one way to put J-Mo's murder on Lamar. I ain't gonna lie to you, Kato looking good though, but can't trust her. She over there cooking. Look like, what is that? Hamburgers? It's the middle of the night, man. We done went and got some, you know what I'm saying, some papers. We have to smoke a little bit. You over here smoking up the house with these hamburgers. Even though she's grimy and I don't care for her at this point, she got his head on a swivel. She accomplished what she set out to do with B-Mickey. Yeah, she got B-Mickey tied up. He gonna do whatever she say. When they sitting in the car, we gotta have someone to trust in the game. And I'm gonna ride with you to the end. B-Mickey's like, yeah, man, I got me a ride or die. Next week, Lamar coming out the house. What was Lamar in there banging? That's what I would have said. What? Man. Kato been scandalous even in 13 Reasons Why. Oh, if you guys watch Queens, is it Queens? Yeah. So the captain, what is her name? Beckwith on here. She's the rapper on Queens. If y'all ever watch that show with Brandy and them, I see now it's like, oh, okay, that's where I seen her from. So she's a cop on here and she's a rapper on Queens. Nikki, Brian, he took the earring, and the reason he took the earring is because he was cleaning out his car, and he didn't want that murder to come back. 'Cause you remember Lopez is really like, yeah, J-Mo had 2 earrings, but we only found 1. So he kept the earring. I don't know if he got rid of it or not, but he just wanted to get it out of his car in case someone did do a search on him, especially with Lopez following him. So Lopez's death is actually pretty good for Detective Brian, at least. Because with Lopez being gone, we heard Captain talking about, oh man, we find you dirty, we gonna wash you clean with this. But this gets at least Lopez off his back. So whatever the office has, we don't know if Lopez turned in any paperwork. Hey, I followed Detective Bryant. He was cleaning his car out at 9 p.m. He was looking in the back seat for something. Also, I seen him with Meech. He handed Meech a package. We don't know what evidence he's turned in because I'm sure the captain, the commander, her and Lopez, they spoke. Even when they took Nicole in there for questioning, they didn't let Brian come in there because they feel he's dirty and they didn't want him to hear any of the information so he could cover himself. Yeah, true. Them getting rid of Lopez is actually a favor for Brian because with him being gone, that's one less person we got to worry about looking over our shoulder, following us. Now, Kato, she's a real one. She came back and saved Meech. My only thing about this scene is Kato's little self, she was getting low. Our boy, unfortunately, Meech, he trying to hop over the fence. He get caught. Man, when I tell you I would have been low, they would have called Kato before they called me. I'm talking about I would have hit that fence. It wouldn't even have been no slow thing. I would have jumped on that box, jumped over, hit that ground. It'd have been a little muddy, may have slipped, but I would have got low. They would have called Kato before they called me. Yeah, Blaine, I thought it would too, but you got to remember the first season when they wrote this, they were trying to get it all into 8 episodes. Now we got to see what's going to happen in episode 8 in the finale. But I think it's going to be something a little bit more in detail with Detective Bryant. That's why they killed Lopez off in 7, just so we can see something in 8. Because if they would have killed him off in 8, that would have drawn into the next season. So I think that's the only reason they did that, since it was a short season. You know what I'm saying? They got to put it in a little bit earlier so they can have something to finish off the season with. Oh, hey, Barner, it ain't no even probably trip, Kato. I would have grabbed her on that shoulder and told her, hey, you just a soldier. You got to take this one. I'm the top dog. It ain't no Mo going to jail. It ain't no Meech going to jail. It ain't no T going to jail. It's B-Mickey, Kato, Saki, what's the other dude, big boy I be talking about? Yeah, y'all got to go down. The captain should have never told Brian what Lopez said. That way he would have got uncomfortable and slipped up. Either that or, like I was mentioning, Kendall, she probably has more information. So it's like, hey, you need to come clean because we on your ass, boy. And Brian's like, man, if y'all ain't got nothing, then Shit, okay, I'm cool then. That is right, Tiffany. When Lamar was shooting up the house, Kato did come in and step up and pop, pop, pop. She wasn't trying to. Personally, if I'm Kato in that situation, yeah, I'm trying to make it look good. Like, yeah, Lamar had to make it seem like I'm loyal, but at the same time, I would have been trying to knock Lamar's head off. I'm talking about pop, pop, pop. I'd grab Big Boy's gun too and pop, 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 two-handed it. Because the faster we get rid of Lamar, the faster we can go on about our lives. But she did save the life, though. I will say that. She did save the day. And right here is where we knew. Commander was looking at Brian like, boy, if we find out you had something to do with this, that's your ass. And he kept it real with her. Like, hey, if you got something on me, take me in. But if not, get the fuck out of my face. You got everybody else in the back. Now, depending who it was, like when I was in the military, it was 23 of us in a shop. I was the only black person. I mean, all of my brothers in arms, so I would have showed up to the hospital. But after about an hour, hey, bro, I got to dip. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me when we get back to work. But if it's somebody like how Brian was, even though Lopez was watching him and doing everything, he stayed there and supported because it's still, you know what I'm saying, still your partner and you built up a relationship with him, even though your partner was trying to tell on your ass. But I think it's going to be a huge case that they about to do on him. At least there's got to be some kind of information that they have on Detective Bryant to make her want to go so hard to tell him straight up, if you had something to do with this, you done. Who else we got this week? Oh, yeah, we still got, all right, we got a few things. What y'all think about Charles? Y'all starting to like him more? Now, I know a lot of people hate Charles, but let's be serious. Charles, okay, he's doing some things you like, man, what the hell is wrong with you, man? But at the same time, he's trying to protect his kids. Like, he wants Terry about the game. He wants Meech out of it. We know he's talking about the money that they pay for the house. And he don't want the house to be paid for. Call the bank and get the money back. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Go to the bank and say, hey, man, that money we paid, that $30,000, $40,000, yeah, we're going to need that back cash. Like, is the bank going to do that? Hey, Charles, you don't get the hell out of our face. We actually happy that y'all paid off this mortgage because y'all been behind. And we know y'all ain't got no food in that refrigerator. Now, where'd you put it at, Brooke? The comment on Denzel. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna ride for my kids also. But as far as protecting his family, his wife and his daughter, it's hard because you seen when he was in the kitchen, he's like, what did y'all do that making us have to leave? I won't say he gave up on him because he was trying. You remember in the beginning when he choked Meech out in the living room? He's trying to get him out the dope game. Nobody really wants their kids in the dope game. Now, Lucille, she's wishy-washy to be on the show. She doesn't want them to sell drugs or do anything. We seen how hurt she was when she found out that T was actually in the game with Meech. But when it came to paying off the house, it's always the money that's like, all right, well, cool. We can deal up with it. You know what I'm saying? We can tolerate it because of the money. Charles, yeah, we call him a hater. That's funny and stuff, but he just wants the best for his kids. He wanted T to go to school. He didn't want Meech to be around if he's going to be selling drugs. He doesn't want them in the house because that's just drawing attention to the house. So we can call him a hater because some things he's doing. When he looked at the cars and lost his appetite, that was hating. Now that just blanked out Leighton. Yeah, he got favorites and kids. I mean, hell, y'all weren't in here in the beginning, but my pops was here. Shit, I think I'm their favorite. Don't tell nobody, but I might be the favorite out of the five of us. But I'm like Meech out here. Well, I was. I mean, he has favorites, but we even seen in this point where they were packing up the clothes. He said, "Look, you can stay here with Meech and T. I'm taking Nicole and we are dipping. We not staying in this house. Shit. Lamar come up in this house, man, it's over for everybody. We know Charles can't fight. Charles gonna be in this house. What he gonna do to Lamar? Lamar with one hand single-handedly whooped on Cash Doll. I mean, I know that was an unfair fight, but this dude don't care. There's an icebox where his heart used to be. Let me see. Oh, you mentioned Denzel in one of your comments. Did you know in Training Day his character is based on Rafael Perez, one of the LAPD cops responsible? Oh, no, I didn't know nothing about that. I just like, damn, Denzel did a hell of a job. I'm going to look that up because I'm thinking about going back and doing like some older shows. I'm going to call it 90s hype, even though, I think that was early 2000s. But I'm going to go back and do like House Party, movies like that, and I'm going to break them down and show y'all stuff. I definitely want to do Boys in the Hood and things like that because there's actually some messages in there. Now, we can say Charles is hating, but Charles isn't no different than Furious from Boys in the Hood. Now, he's not as intelligent as Furious was, but he be preaching some knowledge. Do you think Meech is going to slide back at Mo cheeks? Dang, Nadia, you want to slide in them cheeks? Shit, at this point, no disrespect to Mo, but shit, at this point, man, that's the safe route. Might as well. He got the bread now. We get rid of Lamar. Meech got all the money. Mo about to be letting him slide. Hey, hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. This might be me overthinking. Meech is what, 18, 19 maybe? Because Terry's what, a sophomore, and they only 2 years apart. So that would put Terry like 16 years old, 15, 16. Because they said Terry had a car before he was old enough to drive. Well, before he got his license. Mo has a 12-year-old daughter. So that means if Meech is 18, Zoe is 12. That means 6 years old is when Mo had Zoe. So unless she had it at 12, that means she'd be 6 years older than Meech. But she said when she was messing with Meech, he was living at the house. Meech dropped out of school. So that means Meech was like 17 and she's got to be a minimum of 25, 26. No, Meech and Terry, they 2 years apart. 60, I think it's 68 and 70. Oh yeah, let's fact check that. Big Meech was born June 21st, 1968. Remember 68? And Terry was born 1970. They 2 years apart. That means Mo was letting Meech slide at 17 years old. And even if she was 24, that means Zoe was 5 years old. But he been around for a while because she's calling him Uncle Meech. Now, I had a girl, her kid called me Uncle Mo, but I wasn't that kid uncle. We got to be honest, man. Mo is a little reckless. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I dig in a little too deep when I'm doing shows. So I was just thinking, I was like, wait, if she got a 12-year-old daughter, Meech is only about 18, maybe 19. So that means she had him. I mean, she had Zoe when Meech was like 6 years old, 7 years old. Nah, Nadia. Mo out here, she living life. Shit ain't single life is I'm with Lamar, the guy with the afro with no hairline up with a do-rag, or I'm with Meech, the young boy with the money. It don't matter. Hell, Mo might have messed with Mo if I was in Detroit at that time. You could say that, Brooke, but I don't think she's stupid enough to. I won't say that she's not stupid enough, but it's if Meech can do something to get Lamar out of her life, then hell, you never know. Yeah, Nadia, I did a video saying is Slick the father. I don't think we're ever gonna find out who the father really is. I mean, that's crazy if it is Slick. R.I.P. Man, he was one of the realest on the show. He stood up for Lamar, even though he shouldn't have. He ain't had no reason to do it. He was just out here trying to get some money, man. You know what I'm saying? He went in that room and packed up his stuff. Yeah, that is true. Mo's daughter could be anybody. Could even be Tiny's kid. Hey, true. I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you at the dinner table, hey, you gotta tuck the ice, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put the ice up for dinner. Yeah, Meat's about to dip. That's what I want to know, man. Me personally, I don't care if I hear about what happens in the episode before or like what happens in the next season, because I'm still gonna watch a show, especially a show like this. I want to see when and how they bounce to Atlanta. Like, is it going to be at the beginning of season 2, mid season 2, or at the end, and then we go into season 3? And is the older guy playing Big Meech in the beginning of the series, the one that's narrating, is he going to actually be Big Meech in one of the further series? I think BMF could do that, because that would let the show go on, and this will also allow Little Meech to, start getting into other films or acting or whatever else he wants to do. Oh, and also Drizzy, they may not get back together, but saying, hey, let me get that thing one more time before I dip. You know what I'm saying? Just one more time before I dip. I ain't asking for much. You know what I'm saying? I don't need much. Then, oh man, we ain't even. Now, you remember T and Meech, they're going to pay for Darius's funeral. Now, that same day that the funeral was, T's like, hey, I got somewhere to go. We didn't know he was actually going to the funeral. But Meech is like, all right, cool. I'll work the first shift out there on the block. Meech is paying for the funeral. He didn't even know when it was. He was just going to give the family $7,000 and go on about his business. Now, when they get to the church, I'm talking about Pastor Swift was giving us that sermon, and I was listening to it. I was like, man, I feel him on this. We don't need no more of our young black brothers out here dying from nonsense, senseless violence, especially a kid by the hands of Lamar. He's in there. He's preaching it. It's touching Terry. Damn. We lost one. Darius was a good one, too. Good kid. I mean, he used to come over to the house, but, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah, I don't think anybody really wants that guy. He doesn't really look like Meech in real life, besides the braids and the beard. But his stature, he's like all slim and got a big head compared to his body. So I don't know how that's going to work. But, I mean, hell, Lil Meech surprised all of us with his acting. So you never know. And especially if I don't know who they're going to do for T. But if we're already drawn in, I'm thinking they could do good enough to at least keep us entertained with the new guy, the new Meech. I'm not for sure. We'll have to see how that goes. Cause that's how I'm the same way when it comes to bringing in new characters for like an old character to replace them, or when we see kids. I think since we're so used to seeing Meech playing his father, that's what we want to see. We want to see Meech continue to be his father. We don't want to see generic Meech come in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, AB, you ain't lying. Darius's mom was out there talking big, and Lucille couldn't do nothing. Hey, everybody was looking at Terry in there, but when they were in there, they preaching, they talking about the drugs on the streets, because everybody knows ain't no way Terry's in high school. Y'all remember little Terry, little T, he call himself Southwest T now. Yeah, he got a Benz now, worth more than my house. But everybody's looking at him. When they came outside and Mama Darius got to talking. Let me see, where is that? Look at Swift doing this thing. She turned around and looked at Lucille. When she said, everybody know your son sell drugs. If I'm T in the back, I'm like, hey, don't say that shit. Don't say that out loud. I know we in the church, but don't say that shit. Don't be telling people we out here serving. Man, she lying, y'all. I ain't serving nothing. I actually just went to a college fair. She about to get the whole family locked up. Hell, Brooke, they wasn't even hiding it in the house. You remember Lucille came in. They had the bricks on the bed playing around. Even though Darius' mom was right when she said to Lucille, there was no way that my parents would allow her to say what she said, especially calling me a liar. Not only that, Kendall, she said it should have been your son in there. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Your son protected my daughter. I understand that and I respect that, but you can't say that should be my kid in there. No one knew Lamar was going to kill a kid. But at the same time, this is one thing I always bring up, and they looked at me a little bit funny in the military when I brought this up. Darius risked his life saving Nicole. Now, you know, if you see somebody putting something in a woman's drink, they want you to go over there, you know, and protect, you know, say, hey, don't let her go home. And I understand that. But what they never mention and they fail to mention is when men go over there and they step in for that, and then that guy gets his ass whooped trying to protect her. Now she gets to go home safely, but he in the hospital, fractured skull, broken jaw. He gets no credit. It's just, oh, he saved somebody, but the girl is good. So that's why I see where she's coming from. Like, my son put his life on the line for your daughter for some stuff your boys got into. Now, I'm not saying either side is wrong for this. I don't think the church is the place that they should have done this conversation. Oh, yeah, Kendall. And they all accept that money. What did I say earlier with Lucille? Oh, I don't want them selling drugs. The house is paid for. Charles, you don't live here. This is my house. Wait, when did it become your house? My name is Charles. I put this thing together brick by brick. She like, oh, no, this is my house now. Come on now. I'm going to tell you why, True. Because you remember at the mall, T giving Darius money? That's why. T coming home with money to put groceries in the refrigerator. That's why. Y'all know how it is, that money. Everybody's righteous when a death or something happens, but when the process is going on and you're living, don't nobody care. And that's why it's so easy for people to snitch. It's because it's all fun and games when it's going good. But as soon as the money dries up, oh no, he did it. And that's how it is. That's exactly what it was, True. When that money coming in, it's all fine and dandy. Oh, you going to the christening of T's daughter? Hey, see if T can get you a suit. See if he can get you some school shoes. You know how it is, that money. A Detroit poet once told me, ain't nothing more important than the moolah. Big Sean. I agree with you, Brooke. Meech is the best person to play it because it's, hey, we looking at Meech. This is when we see Lil Meech, we see Big Meech. So it is what it is. But we all know what it all comes down to. It comes down to that money. That's exactly what we were just talking about, Kendall. The mama didn't care. There was that money. And like I said, man, they paid $7,000 for the funeral. Would they get the casket? They got. Was it drawn out in a horse and carriage? I can't remember. Or was it just in the back of a hearse? But shoot, funerals cost a lot. Cremation is the route to go if you don't have the money for it. Man, they wasn't in love. Darius just, you know what I'm saying, I got me a girlfriend. He didn't know what was going on. He got 2 kisses in one day and met the Reaper. 2 kisses in one day and got the kiss of death about 15 minutes later, 10 minutes later. My thing is, when Lamar pulled up on him, I would have been gone. I would have looked at her like, you know this dude? I'm like, oh, wait. Because Darius is at the motel. I'm like, oh, hell no. This dude was disrespecting T. And I ain't never seen T get chumped before, but this dude was in T's face throwing money. Yeah, I don't want no problems with him. Yeah, they could do that, Nikki. I mean, all Meech had was the goatee. Yeah, he had the goatee. He ain't had no full beard. Nicole was gone before Darius even got to the. Hey, chill, Nadia. Hey. That man Lamar grabbed her. She said, no, no, no. She ran off. That man Darius grabbed his arm, got stabbed up. He tried to chase after her. He gonna grab the leg. That dude's Lamar said, my bad, little man. I gotta go. Gave him another shank. Man, damn. That's a terrible way to go out. Lamar has no regard for anything anymore, man. He's on the loose. Oh, man. Hey, man, I don't have the pictures from last week. But if you remember, when she was over there, let me find a picture. And I think I got one. I don't. If you remember, she had ran off because the security guard was supposed to be watching him, but he over there smoking a cigarette. He get over there, he all out of breath. She's over here crying like, help, help. There's an older lady that sits there. She's like, oh my God, help. Someone call the police. Why don't you call the police? You're not doing nothing but just standing here. She's like, help, call the police. Nicole's looking at her like, hey, neither one of us can help him. You need to go call the police. I'm going to stay here with the body. Damn. R.I.P. to Darius, man. R.I.P. to Slick. We done lost some good ones. Nah, Nicole ain't no track star, Dizzy. You see, when they ran from the security guard, they only ran like a block before they were out of breath. Yeah, Kendall. Chivalry. But you know what they always say now. It's 2021. Chivalry is dead. Literally. Hey, man, R.I.P. to Darius, though, man. Because I don't know if that was a real kid in real life or like, you know what I'm saying? It may have been like a stabbing in Detroit and they will just do it in here and it might be something that we never knew. Oh, yeah, Barner, I'm gone. There's no reason for me to be. Hey, Nicole, it's a dude chasing after you. Nigga ain't got no problem with me, but I'm going to get, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and head on out of here. It's dead. Chivalry is dead, Kendall. True. I'm so ready for them to get to LA and the Atlanta parts of the story. That's interesting. I want to know, are they going to, first, who are they going to portray as Terry, as older Terry? And are they even going to do the LA thing? Or is it going to be just Meech in Atlanta and him, like he may call his brother or something and they may mention Terry? Or are they actually going to do 2 parts, you know what I'm saying, show what's going on in LA. I wonder if this is what happened to Nicole in real life. It could probably be, like I said, man, it could probably be a mix of things. You know what I'm saying? Someone probably came after Nicole one time, and then there was a kid that got stabbed. Not saying it was Darius, but there may have been a stabbing in Detroit or something like that. Babe God. I think they might do 2 parts. Yeah. And Barner, you're right. That the LA story is really untold. I won't say we know the whole story behind Meech, because of course they're going to give us more detail in the show. But we know Meech was out there. They had the whole BMF, everybody doing things. Nobody's arguing. But T out in LA, he still had him a connect and stuff. The reason they all got caught up is because he was on the phone. But we still don't know exactly what was going on out in LA. So what I'm thinking is what they could do for season 2, they could start episode 1 off, basically wrapping up whatever the cliffhanger is for episode 8. And then like episode 2 and 3 is where they go out to, not to Cali, but to Mexico, and they start doing all that where they getting their connects. And then Meech going up to ATL. They could do something like that because they got renewed after 1 episode. They got renewed for a season 2. So instead of having 8 episodes, which is really just to see if people are going to feel it, they're going to probably have like a 12. I can honestly say they'll probably have a 12 episode season 2. Depending on what they do for this Power Book 2, how many episodes it is, I think BMF is going to match it just because they seen how it went to number 1. Yeah, Meech didn't go to LA. It was T out there. Meech was in Atlanta. And when they got jammed up, it's because T was talking on the phone while he was out in Cali. Yeah, props to Darius, man. He was a real one. But you don't want to go out like that, not at the age of 12, 13. Now, one thing I can say is if Darius survived, hey, man, y'all heard about Darius? He a street legend. He the only one to go toe-to-toe with Lamar and survive. He got 2 stab wounds to prove it. That's the thing. Lamar ain't leaving no witnesses. And we seen Nicole got in there, did no snitching. We ain't doing no talking to the police. Hey, Naughty, he was 12 years old, man. He was a square. He was just trying to make his way in the world. Well, his dad was into the church, because you remember he's talking about he was talking about when you have a God-fearing girl like this, you got to treat him like a queen. I was like, that's the first thing right there. When I talk to my homeboys, hey, don't call me no king, because I ain't no damn king. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no king. We all get up in the morning, put our socks on, put our pants on, put our shirt on. We workers. We ain't the king of nothing. Yeah, queen. No, nigga. I wonder if Jeezy be part of the story. So, Nikki, the funny thing is, let me see something. There's a rumor going around, and I really don't know how. I hope it's not true at all. Look at this. What's his name? Tay Diggs. I don't know if this is real or not. If it is, this is going to be the dumbest thing ever. This is boxden.com. Tay Diggs has been casted as Young Jeezy for season 2 of BMF. If they have Tay Diggs in here as fucking Young Jeezy, pardon my language, dog, I might have to just cancel the show, man. Tay Diggs is Jeezy. Get the hell on somewhere. You see the Jordan crime meme right here? That's how the whole episode is going to be. Every time we see Jeezy. Tay Diggs has been casted for Young Jeezy season 2. Like, come on now. If he does that, that's going to throw everybody off this show. The only thing I can think of, if Young Jeezy is on it, Coach Baker as Jeezy. Hey, he going to be like this every time you see him. If they put him in, you remember, what was it? Damn, is it not Love Jones? Is it Brown Sugar? where he had we had the Dalmatian dudes. That girl is mine. That's all I could think about with this nigga playing young Jeezy, man. Oh my god. In their hood they call me Jeezy the Snowman. Get it? Jeezy the Snowman. I'm iced out. Plus I got snow, man. Nah, man, this is gonna be Jeezy the No Man. We can't have this fool playing that. But I don't think this is real, man. I definitely don't think this is real. Hip Hop Wire. Let's see what they got to say about that. Ban the Snowman. Oh no, that's the little dancing thing, man. I think Barner sent me that. I thought this was Young Jeezy, but man, we ain't about to watch that goofiness. Exactly, Tiffany G. Malibu's Most Wanted, where he was. Oh my God, that was the worst. Tay Diggs better not. Man, let me see. Is there even a picture of Tay Diggs and Jeezy together? Oh man, we can't even find it. The internet. Jeezy wasn't even gonna take a picture with this fool. There y'all go, right there. That's y'all Young Jeezy. That's who y'all wanted. That's who y'all getting to play Young Jeezy right here. Your ass. Right here. Here comes y'all Young Jeezy. Right there. Yeah, Jeezy the Snowman. That's what y'all wanted. AB, Barner, Kendall. That's what y'all getting right here. Yeah. Two Gun Jeezy. That's what y'all gonna get. Y'all wanted it. Oh my God, that's gonna be horrible if they do that, man. But you know who we haven't talked about? And I just follow Luanda on Instagram. I said, ooh, Sydney Mitchell, you kind of cute. But so I had to follow her. But now, if you remember, was it episode 6? Luanda was saying, oh, Terry, you need to think about, expanding the game and becoming, saying equals to Meech. Get in the dope game. Kind of what Tasha was telling Ghost. You need to become the biggest dope dealer out here. You need to, what she was saying is you need to start moving things around so you can protect me and your daughter. You have a family now. You need to start branching out outside of Meech. So that's why she was trying to get him to do the big L thing on his own. But Lucille, the whole time, she's trying to get Terry about the game. So when she's talking to Luanda, she's saying, hey, you got a kid. You need to try to talk Terry out of getting out the game to protect you and your kid. Just like Wanda wants Terry to make all this money to protect her kid, Terry is Lucille's kid. She's like, hey, Wanda, you out here, you tripping. You trying to keep him in the game. Nah, we got to get him up out of here. I should have got 2 Trulies. Whose side are y'all on? Because at the end of the episode, we seen Luanda sit down with Terry and tell him, hey, we need to get things right for our baby and, protect us. But just last week, hold on, we just spoke about this with Darius's mom. When it's about them dollar signs, yeah, I say that them dollar signs, people act a little different. Reasonable to play Jeezy? Man, to be honest with you, I don't even know. It's gonna have to be like a new actor or something. The only way, as far as Jeezy, before we get back on Wanda, how we got Meech playing his dad, it's a new actor playing his father. Any established actor, I think they can't play another real person that's around the time that they're in. Unless it's, you got like Jamie Foxx playing Ray Charles, whole different generations. That works. You know what I'm saying? Denzel, Frank Lucas, stuff like that is cool. But you can't have Tay Diggs and playing Jeezy when they're about the same age. But at this time, Jeezy's gonna be like 24, so it has to be like a younger, up and coming person. Hell, that the nigga that was doing the dancing like Jeezy, can he act? If so, you could probably put him as Jeezy. Everybody thought it was him, even though the young Jeezy was a little bit bigger. So it has to be somebody new to make it believable, because we all know Jeezy. It's not like they're playing a role of somebody we didn't know growing up. Nah, 50 ain't gonna put no. I seriously doubt he put Tay Diggs in there, and if he does, he's gonna hear a lot of backlash and recast him, because 50 ain't about to play with that. Luanda, I'm not sure. I think they may be around the same age. We don't really know much about her. Oh hell no, me as Jeezy, shit. I'm 36 years old. I ain't about to play no 20-year-old Jeezy. 22-year-old Jeezy. I gotta get fat. I gotta go bald headed, cut my beard off. Well, you right, Nadia. What's that check looking like? If 50 talking about shit, we give you 10, 15,000 episodes. Shit. Let's get it. They need to make me, when they go down to ATL, they need to make me a plug or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what they need to make me. If they gonna put me in there. 50, if you watching this, you know what I'm saying? Put me in there. You know what I'm saying? I know a little bit about the game. But Meech and them better come correct. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be no coming over here. We ain't got the money, because I might have to do my own spinoff. The BMF, Mo spinoff, Mo whooping ass. I've been wondering that for the longest. Yeah, I really don't. Let me see if they have anything on Luanda. I ain't really did too much digging in her, but hey, let me reword that. I haven't did too much research in her. Luanda Roosevelt, reoccurring role on Starz, portrayed by Sydney Mitchell. Yeah, I followed her. Hey, if any of y'all in here don't follow her, you know what I'm saying? I hit her up today too. I DM'd her, you know, just, hey, you doing a good job. Keep it up, you know what I'm saying? My name Mo. Reach back out if you can. Oh, they ain't got no information on her either. But I don't know, man, because that money made it go whoop whoop. I can assume that Luanda might be, she's either the same age as Terry or maybe like a year older than her, because she was talking about her uncle giving her the car and everything. I don't know. And with Terry being, so we got to remember, Terry wasn't really in the game. So I'm thinking she has to be in high school, because for the simple fact that they weren't even doing what they were doing. And he had a baby on the way in episode 1 when he was getting teased in school. So she has to be at least in high school, no more than maybe a junior. She might be a senior, but I think she's probably like in 10th grade with Terry. You know what I'm saying? That's just my theory. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though, Brooke. Jamie Foxx was handpicked. Denzel was handpicked, but it's from a whole different generation. Tay Diggs and Jeezy, they can't be no more than maybe 4 or 5 years apart, if that. They may be like close to the same age. So I don't want to see Tay Diggs that we seen in all these other movies playing Jeezy where we know his actual background. No, we can't have Charlamagne playing no damn Jeezy. Charlamagne a cornball, man. He ain't gonna be able to pull off Jeezy. I mean, I respect everything Charlamagne is doing, but he can't play Jeezy. Come on now. We seen Charlamagne get ran up off the street in front of his job. Who goes to work and get ready to get robbed and you run away from work? Shit, this nigga gonna rob me going into work. I'm going to the house. I ain't even showing up to work that day. I'm gonna be at the house. Hey, Mo, where you at? You ain't come in. Shit, y'all better check the security cameras. Some niggas got on my ass. They tried to rob me. I went to the house. I'm not coming into work after getting robbed. What kind of sense is that made? Drizzy, I want to see Raising Lamar. Hey, that would be some shit if we got a backstory on him. Hey, true. If they let Drewski play him, that he has the body size. He'd have to lose a little bit of weight though. But can we believe him as being a tough guy though? He's on the little commercials. Did you hear that? Like, nah, man. He too commercial for that. We got to get us an up and coming, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that probably got some kind of street cred. Luanda isn't blind to what Terry do. She became shook, rightfully so, after Terry got shot, and now she has a baby to think of. Yeah, she isn't blind to it, but you remember, even after he got shot, when he first got the connection with Big L, she wanted him to become what Meek is. She was like, y'all need to be doing more. You know what I'm saying? You need to branch out and do your own thing. The difference is Luanda's putting her child first. Yeah, she's putting her child first, but it's at the expense of Terry getting out in these streets and putting his life first. And of course, man, I don't know, man. I don't have any kids, so I can't really go into how that feels. But at this point, it's nothing I wouldn't do for my younger brother, and I'm sure he's the same way. So it's like, man, that connection with somebody you grew up with all your life. I mean, I don't know, man. It's tough. I'm just going to put it like that. It's tough. But, of course, when you have a kid and a girl, I mean, you put your kid first. They ain't married or nothing. So, at any time, she could leave. But the kid's still going to be, you know what I'm saying, his. I'm low-key sick of Wanda. Well, she changed up this week after she talked to Lucille. And Lucille was saying, hey, look out for Terry. You know, now she's trying to convince him. Maybe this isn't what we need to do. Maybe, you know, we need to get out the game. But I tell it straight up. It ain't no we need to get out the game. You ain't in these streets. You ain't moving no packs. I'm doing all the work. And matter of fact, I'm trying to get at Big L. I mean, I'm trying to work with Big L. You know what I'm saying? I slipped up. Yeah, of course, Rose. The child trumps siblings. But I'm just saying, as far as what does he have to do? He's not in school. He ain't got no money unless he's moving work. So it kind of comes down to, I got to do this because I haven't been in school. I don't know if I'm going to go to college. I don't know, man. It's rough. Yeah, Nadia, her wigs, they be messed up. But you got to think this is the 80s. So, I mean, they got to come up with something. She ain't about to come in here with that long weave and stuff you see now. Down to her butt. You like, dang, what is that? Peruvian? Shit, now we just get the little short wigs. You know what I'm saying? We get the blonde wigs. Make it happen. You get like 3 or 4 wigs back then, you good. Because it ain't no social media, so you ain't got to take a picture every day. Everybody ain't got to see you at your best. That is true, Rose. Dope girl problems. Well, dope girlfriend problems. Nah, Luanda don't work. Luanda be at the house. Remember, her uncle gave her that car, even though it was really T's car. She don't do nothing. She just be at the house with the baby for the most part. Because they moved into another house, and that's where T be going over. But she's there by herself for the most part, so she ain't working. Nadia said that 27 piece. Yeah, see? That was before lace fronts. Now, I remember my sister didn't wear wigs. My mom had cancer and she went through chemo. So she had like, I ain't gonna lie, she had 2 wigs. She had the little short one with like the little bang in the front. It was like a little thing on the side. And then she had like a long one. But other than that, most women weren't really wearing wigs. I think they just doing the wigs for the show. You know what I'm saying? To emulate the style back then. But yeah, it wasn't no lace fronts. The mama wig be laid. Yeah, Lucille be on it. Hell, Lucille out there working. She getting the lawyer back on the case. Because Charles messed it up. Talking about $25,000. That's a lot of money. You got to think back then, $25,000 was a lot of money. But shit, and the house paid for. Let me ask y'all this. If y'all had y'all house paid for right now, and you got offered $25,000 to settle out of court, y'all taking it. Y'all are taking it. Let's be real. We taking it. $25,000? Shit. Let me get that $25,000. Matter of fact, make it an even 30. You pay my lawyer fees and give me that 30 after taxes. Let's get it. That's $30,000, man. We out here living, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she work at Wendy's, but she ain't been in work in a while. I know they calling like, hello, Lucille. We gonna have to let you go. We been getting packed during the lunch hours, and you ain't been here. We really need that help. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. Hey, let's hit those like buttons. Get me up to 30. You know what I'm saying? Get up to 30. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Every Sunday we do the live streams. We get on here. We just talk a lot of trash. We talk about the show. You know what I'm saying? You ask questions. We joke about it. You see how we do. If there's anything that we don't know, I'm not afraid to get on Google and we'll figure it out. So it's all fun here. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get it up to 30 likes at least. You know, that'd be half of the people in here. But yeah, we all taking that 25,000. Now I understand it's to your son's potentially losing his sight and you want them to pay for it. But they're bringing up outside stuff. You know what I'm saying? They bringing up your son's driving cars that is more than your salary. Your son's, maybe he got shot because of the drugs he's dealing. So it's looking bad. In a case this big, whenever you'll always hear, whenever someone sues a hospital or a big corporation, the news is going to pick this up immediately. One thing is, it's normally the corporation, or maybe in this case, it would be the hospital. They'd go straight to the news company and they'd start feeding them information. They'd give them pictures of Terry and say, hey, these drug dealers are, you know what I'm saying? They want to create the narrative so that they can win. And what they're doing is they're trying to get all that information out. So when the jury comes in, even though you'll hear the judge say, hey, exclude that, disregard that. When you're the jury and you already hear something, as a human, you're still going to be able to, you know what I'm saying, keep that in your mind. So if I hear on TV, damn, these guys are drug dealers and they trying to sue the hospital. If I'm a juror, I'm just going to be honest. This is so they can't put me on jury duty. I'm going to go ahead and ruin myself and eliminate myself now. If I see a drug dealer suing any corporation, oh, corporation guilty, get them drug dealers that money. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why I won't be on the jury. But you know, some of the white folk, they hear like, oh my God, drug dealers. And they not going to listen to the facts. All they can think of is just a drug dealer. Innocent. So that's what the big corporation is going to do. Because if you can get the media on your side, that's what you need. Hell yeah, Lucille coming home smelling like a Dave's double. You know what I'm saying? Straight. Like, they talking about they ain't got no food. Lucille, your ass work at Wendy's. You need to be bringing home burgers and fries every night. Did they have chicken nuggets back then? Because I'd be telling my, bring me home some nuggets. Like if it's right now, hey, Ma, bring me home a 20-piece spicy barbecue sauce. Oh, and a strawberry lemonade. Back then, it was limited. I don't do Lucille. Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Nah, the work ain't honest and they don't pay no bills. They were behind on the bills. We can't forget that, Rose. Because remember, Charles was making some money, but he was like, where's the money going? She said, we had to fix the car. We had to do this. So you taking all of Charles' money and y'all ain't paying. Listen to me carefully, people. We all got bills. Whether it's your light bill, electricity, water. You got a car that may be messed up. The most important bill that you pay every single month is your mortgage. You can get your lights turned off. You can light a candle. You can get the water turned off. You can go next door. Hey, can I use y'all water hose and fill up bottles of water? But when you lose a house, you become homeless. You can lose the car. You can get in the bus. You always pay the mortgage. You pay your rent. That's the most important bill that you have. So regardless if that car messed up, put the kids on the school bus, You walk to the bus stop and you ride the bus. But if you ain't got no house, it's going to get ugly for you. It's going to get ugly for you. So that's why I'm saying, with the house being paid off, you take that $25,000 cash, whatever bills you do have, whatever other debt you have, you knock that out. Hopefully it's not more than, let's say, $10,000. So that'll still give you 15. Now you didn't got the car fixed. You didn't got all the bills caught up. Now you're living rent free. All you have to do is go to work and boom, you back in the game with 15,000, which you can do whatever you want with. But hey, that's not financial advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know how life is. Exactly, Drizzy. Wendy's paid $5.50 back there. She wasn't paying no bills. Rose. Okay, here's my question. As a man, if you can't support your family significantly, would you rather be a homeless or take dirty money? Oh, I'm taking the money. But that's my thing, Rose. He's bringing in the majority of the money. You got to remember, he's working at the factory. So when she's saying that bills are late and stuff, he's like, where's the money at? She's talking about I went and go paid to get the car fixed and doing all this other stuff. That car should be the last thing on the mind. If anything, Charles is busting his tail going to work. Hey, if it's someone I work with, hey, bro, can you pick me up? I'll slide you some money. We don't need that car. There's a bus that's going to take us there. But going to get the car fixed and going to Wendy's for $5.50, like, nah. She giving the money to the pastor. Yeah, and that's another thing. Now, I'm not knocking anybody for their religion, but y'all going in there and putting y'all 10% in that collection plate, church driving a Bentley, and you talking about the Lord gonna bless me. Nah, the Lord gonna bless that pastor with your money. That's what the Lord gonna do. You got to start thinking about yourself, man. Them churches is tax free. But hey, I don't get into religion that much. And I'm taking that dirty money. Oh, Meech T, y'all say y'all make 20. Is that 25,000 a piece or 25,000? Well, hell, I don't care. Look, y'all pay the house off. Y'all bring in $1,000. Just give us 1,000 a day. Or hell, even 1,000 a week could be cool on top of what we work for. You say we got a deal. I love both of y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. Karen, she low key cute too. I'm looking at her like, you know what I'm saying? We get you out that 80s style wig, you know what I'm saying? Holla at me. I need me a public defender. Yeah, Nikki. And not only that, Swift be disrespecting Charles. You remember when Charles came up there with the food to donate? He gave him $5 talking about this is all I got, brother. He just got like $200, $300 from Tiny. Man, he be talking bad to him. Yeah, Nadia, I'm looking at Karen like, shit. You want to represent me? Yeah, see, I got a little lawsuit going on. I think I'm going to sue 50 Cent for not putting me in BMF season 2. Can you work that out for me? She going to say, well, you know, my hands are tired. All right, that's fine. If you want to go out to eat, you know, I got you. Hey, Michelle, I'm just keeping it real. That's what we going to do over here. Hey, Public Defender Bay, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what Bay stand for. I thought ain't it like before anyone or before everyone, something like shit like that. But yeah, Karen, she out here working her tail off. I think maybe in episode 8. Episode 8, what I think they're going to do is they're going to win the money because in real life, they started up a car dealership and Charles was actually in charge of it. So I think they can win this money, and with the legit money, that's when Charles is like, all right, I'll take the legit money and we run a business through it that way. So I think that may be in the build up. Either that or it might start off in season 2, like episode 1. Boom. They start off in the courtroom. They win the money. And then that's how they start branching off to get the money before they go to ATL. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to talk some shit, but I'm going to keep it real for the most part. Well, not for the most part. For all parts. All right, y'all. We've been on here hour and 50. Now we need our predictions for the finale. I want to know what everybody thinks is going to happen. And we're going to see. Let me know what y'all think is about to happen in this finale. Do I got the finale downloaded? Well, I'm talking about the trailer, not the actual. Let me see. I think I can get it real quick. The King of Detroit season finale, episode 8. Is it going to be everything we think it is? Or are they going to let us down with a cliffhanger? Or are we going to get a lot of action? Because I need that action in my life. Where we at? Where we at? Boom, boom. MP4. Continue. I think we will get the money, and then Meech and T finna use it for other purposes. Pop's finna be pissed. Yeah, Kiko, I can see that happening. I need to see the trailer. I think somebody's going to get hurt. Lamar will catch another body. Hopefully it's Kato. I want to see how they're going to handle B-Mickey, where they find the gun. It looks like Meech is going to get arrested. Also, I think Meech and Terry are going to get some good news. Like, they come up more. Dirty Cop is going down. Dirty Cop. Oh, shit. Y'all out here running it up. I got to catch up. Hold on. Cause you can't stop the rain. Meech's gonna get shot. Man, not my dog. Not my dog. Damn, they got the big BMF chain now. I know what y'all want to see. Hold on. Let me see where we at. All right, if you don't watch trailers, this is the trailer for episode 8, the finale, King of Detroit. Let's see what we got to do. They need to cut Brian's water off. Yeah, they do.
BMF stands for Black Mafia Family, and it represents everything we about, T. That's the difference between us. You always asking for permission instead of just taking what's rightfully yours.
What have you done, Demetrius?
Y'all don't have nothing else to worry about.
I don't know who the hell you are anymore.
Loyalty makes you family.
Ain't no game. I want Meech. Be we family. And family do whatever they gotta do to protect one another. I want to build a legacy for our family. We hustlers. It's in our blood.
Mm-hmm. So what y'all think? We seen Meech in the, you know what I'm saying? We seen him in the funeral parlor. We seen Charles and Lucille trying to get that money. We also seen B-Mickey talking to the feds. Well, I won't even say the feds, talking to Bryant. To be honest, if anyone dies in this episode, it might be tiny. I can't really see anyone getting killed off. They're too vital to the show. I feel you on that one. It's up. I'm going to take off work for episode 8. Oh, man, ain't that serious, brother? They was getting Meech in the cuffs. Yeah. Think Kato gets killed off. I don't know. But blood makes you related. You see Lucille was going off on Meech. Meech tells her straight up, hey, ma, you ain't got to worry about nothing no more. So does that mean they got rid of Lamar? Does that mean that we in the clear and we can make things happen? But we were also, I seen someone talk about B-Mickey. Loyalty makes you family. B-Mickey's in here talking to Bryant, but he tells him, I ain't got nothing to say. And Bryant, he really working because he wants to try to get somebody to go down for this J-Mo murder so he can get, the commander off his back. It's going to be a tough one to decide, man. I think I'm going to do some videos for it this week and kind of what my predictions are. But I think they're going to be able to put the J-Mo body on Lamar, especially with Meech telling B-Mickey, we got to look out for each other because we're family, So that's one of my theories. They get Lamar with the gun, but they can't kill off. I don't think they could kill off Kato. Then again, they could. If they killed off Kato, that would change the whole, none of us would have expected that. And we don't really have any point or no use for Kato outside of the connection to Lamar. Think about the show. If there wasn't a Lamar, Kato would just be just like how Little Zane's Saki's character was. He just there. You know what I'm saying? So she would have just been there. So if they did get rid of her, that would be a big twist. Plain truth, they matched. Yeah, B-Mickey did shoot that gun in the house, but they took that money though. So I don't think the family would say anything if the kid's like, hey, man, here go like $5,000. Some dudes came in here and shot up the house. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they said don't say nothing. Look at that. He gave him some stacks. So, yeah, that gun's going to have something to do. And that's why I say, since Lamar isn't dead, well, Leighton, a.k.a. Lamar, isn't dead in real life, they could use the gun and set Lamar up, which would put him in jail because now we got a body on it, a shooting in the house. But then again, I don't know. Maybe Meech is telling B-Mickey, hey, you got to take the fall for this because we family and we looking out for each other. This trailer doesn't really give us much. It just gives us a little bit to, go off of. Who would kill her? B-Mickey? I think it would have to be B-Mickey. I'm sticking with, well, not necessarily. It could be T or Meech, just because in real life, Kato is still alive. So this would be a fake murder, just a murder for TV if Meech or Terry did that. So they wouldn't be incriminating themselves with anything. And it would be like, okay, this is them showing they're separating themselves. They could, they could do that. I don't know what happened to Pat, to be honest with you, babe. He just an old OG, fell off in the game, messing with that. You know what I mean? So he just in the game now. He ain't got no money. Hell, he was trying to pay off Bryant. Oh, man. Right, that's why I say Kato. I don't know, man. It's tough to see who they would get rid of because the show is good. Lamar's carrying it. So if you get rid of Lamar, that means season 2, you're just gonna have to do it off the strength of the show. But if you can keep Lamar for like 1 or 2 episodes in season 2, like have a cliffhanger of Lamar getting rid of somebody, like even if Lamar got rid of Kato, that would be a cliffhanger to bring him into season 2 for like 1 or 2 episodes just to keep that momentum going, and then you could get rid of him. Now, Kenny, episode 7 came on tonight. Episode 8 comes on next week. They took a week break, so when BMF ends, Power Book 2 will start, and they can, the finale and the premiere all on the same night. Get some tea on Meech. Yeah, Lamar, man. The show is good, but let's be honest. Think about all the characters you've seen in other shows. None of them have been like Lamar. Every time we see Lamar, you can expect the unexpected. Lamar is about to go do some wild shit, and you like, damn, Lamar is crazy. Yeah, there's going to be another enemy, but is that enemy going to be, you know what I'm saying? Is he going to be like Lamar? I know when they go to Mexico and stuff, it might be like a Narcos type, you know what I'm saying? Hey, some Hispanics, they could be the enemies, but I don't even know. I think like last week we did a which spinoffs are the best or which shows are the best. Of course, I had Power as number 1. Then I got, for the spinoffs, I got BMF, Raising Kanan, then Book 2. I'm sure Tommy's is going to probably be, it's probably going to be BMF, Tommy, Raising Kanan, and then Book 2 of mine. Ooh, see, that's a tough one, Blaine. I don't know if I'm going to probably put up a poll, because I think I'm going to do the finale. I'm still going to do the finale at 9 p.m. Eastern, because that's what I started off on doing the BMF. So if I do a book 2, because I was originally thinking just episode 2 is when I'll start that stream. But if I do a book 2, I might do it during the daytime. So maybe we start this at 9 p.m. I might do it at like 5. I might do like 5 p.m. Eastern to like 7, so I can at least get a break in between. I do another stream, but I don't know yet. I'm going to put up a poll and see if people even want me to do it the same weekend that we got the finale. Yeah, Michelle, they're going to leave Detroit. We just don't know if it's going to be at the beginning of season 2 or like maybe they carry it out till midway and then they go to Atlanta and then we get the older Meech. You would expect Meech or Lamar to kill Kato, but not B-Mickey. Nah, especially not now. I couldn't see B-Mickey killing her because he understands the situation. He already confronted her about it, about how she can help her get Lamar. So I don't think that's going to happen. But I think Barner said it. Somebody's got to go. We got to get rid of at least one person in this finale. Hey, y'all, we got us a 2-hour stream in. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer. But if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And we do this every Sunday for BMF. Of course, the finale is next week, but we'll pick it up with Power Book 2. We're going to figure out if we're going to do a live stream for Book 2, Episode 1 next week. It might be earlier in the day, but BMF is going to start at 9 p.m. And then when we get to Episode 2, Power Book 2 will take over at 9 p.m. And then Power Book 4, when Force comes out, that's going to take over the 9 p.m. spot. And then Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, is going to come out. And we just going to keep going. Because we booked up. Listen to me carefully, people. My Sundays and your Sundays are booked up until July 2022. Unless I'm out the country, we on live stream on Sundays. And I'm going to try to get us a stream during the week. I just don't know what I'm going to do them over, though. Whether it's All American or another show that I do. But on Sundays, it's all of our Starz shows. BMF, Book 2, Book 3, Book 4. I can see Meech make it and B-Mickey kill it. Yeah. But it depends. How can I put it? If they can use Kato to get rid of Lamar, I don't think they would kill B-Mickey. Just for the simple fact, like, all right, you helped us out, but now we just ain't going to give you no work. Because you got to remember, Rose, Kato saved Meech from getting arrested by Lopez. She killed the cop. So I don't know if they would. I don't know, man. I think they may just keep her alive since she's alive in real life. But somebody has to go. Compared to Raising Kanan and BMF, Ghost Book 2 is kind of mid in my opinion. Yeah, that's why I got Raising Kanan before Book 2. The only reason I have that is because I mentioned when we were talking about how many seasons could we go in BMF, I'm like 3 or 4. Anything more than like 4 seasons in the show, it kind of gets repetitive and old. So for Book 2, it's all right to watch. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but we've already seen 6 seasons of Tariq messing up. So now we're just seeing him messing up in college or, well, in preparatory school / college. And to me, it's like, okay, we got these same characters. The story isn't switching anything, you know? With Raising Kanan, whole new cast. It's like a new show to us. Even though we know Kanan the adult, we didn't know what was going on with his family. BMF, whole new cast, whole new story. We know the real life story, but a lot of us didn't know what was going on with the 50 boys back in Detroit. I hope they don't kill Tiny. He's been coming through. Hey, Tiny said, I don't see no colors. I don't see no streets. It ain't no loyalty. It's all business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not loyal to this gang. I'm not loyal to this gang. If I can get money, I can get money. And he lets it be known up front. Just like when he told Lamar to his face, hey, man, you said we supposed to be getting money. We supposed to have people on the streets. You got us out here looking for a kid that got kidnapped on some that you into. Hey, as soon as he got choked out, where'd he go? Met up with Meech. Oh, this is what the, you know what I'm saying? This is what the white looking like. Shit, okay, holla at me then. Blatant truth. That right there, that is the explanation for everybody. I am sick of Tariq, but I will still watch. We will still watch Tariq run from school downtown to the courthouse, go over Monet and them house, beef with Kane, mess with, well, I will say Tariq, Meech got some girls, but Tariq got a lineup. He got a little stable on him. He got 3 of them. They all nice. We'll say that. But other than that, then we got to worry about McLean and Sachs getting on his ass. And we already seen how they act. And so Tasha in jail. She on the phone. Tariq, is everything okay? You don't need to be doing that. Mom, you're in jail. You don't need to be telling what to do. You in there about to get whooped up on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's going to be cool. I think now that we got like the introduction of all the characters out the way, the show is going to actually pick up. Because now we got Tariq. He's supposed to be in the game now. So, you know what I'm saying? Last thing we seen was him with Monet and them. And he's supposed to be moving at work at the school. So I think it'd be good. With them damn braids. Hey, facts, she do got them braids. Hey, Tariq getting a lot of cutty. Hey, Blatant True, you think you would want to watch me break down all the characters? Because I didn't do a book 2. I did the Raising Kanan, Who Is. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it for Kane, Monet. Of course, we know who Tariq is, his boy. I'm going to do a Who Is for them. So I'm going to have those drop maybe the day of, but the following week. Oh, yeah. Effie little cute self, too. She set my boy Tariq up, though, man. We ain't forget about that, Effie. That's one thing we starting to see, man. Everybody setting everybody up. There ain't no loyalty in these streets. And I'm going to start using like StreamYard so I can get you guys to come on if you want to get on the show, you know, ask a question and we can, you know, talk about scenes so I can get more interactive instead of me just reading. I agree, and Tariq is going to get on my nerves. I feel like Kane is more interesting as a character. See, we all looking at Kane like how we looking at Meech. We want him to be a little bit more tougher than how Tariq is. Yeah, the Tejada family. It's more interesting. Yeah, like we seen Tariq. We know what Tariq is. All this tough guy act, him moving like Tariq. We know you. You know what I'm saying? That ain't you. That ain't what you do. But it is what it is. We gonna find out though. We gonna be here. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna try to be like one of the first people with it. But then we'll get on. Like I said, I'm gonna put that poll up probably tomorrow. I'm gonna put the poll up. Do you guys want 2 streams on Sunday? The BMF and then the Power. But I know for sure at 9 p.m. we doing BMF. And then we'll get back on schedule for season 2. We'll see. I got to get like at least 50 to 100 votes. Yes. And then I'll do it. Cause that's a long time. 4 hours on this thing. Yeah. You always got to mix. I mean, not mix. Don't listen to me, y'all. Do not mix business and pleasure. Unless you a G though. I can do it. But y'all don't need to do that. If you're inexperienced with it, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't mix business and pleasure. Now, if it's pleasure before you do business, then all right, you just got to cut that pleasure off when the business starts. Yeah, Tariq isn't tough at all. But hey, like I said, if you're new to the channel, you like this content, you like this style of the after show discussion where we just talk about things, give our predictions, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bells. Also, if you haven't, hit that like button for the show. We've been on here Sundays. We do about 2-hour streams. The finale, we might do a little bit longer because we're definitely going to have a lot to talk about. We can probably do a wrap up. We'll do like a little recap of the show and we're going to make it happen. But I definitely appreciate all of y'all coming in and tuning in with me. Oh, and if you haven't seen, the channel has been blowing up. We went from about 6,000 subscribers in October. We're at like 13,000 now. We'll probably hit 15,000 subscribers maybe tomorrow or maybe in 2 days. So I definitely appreciate everybody that's watching this, because we are growing way faster than I thought. I had a 10,000 subscriber goal for the end of the year. We hit that, and I'm just working. So if y'all see me flooding videos, just know it's because, hey, I'm trying to put that work in, keep giving y'all content. So y'all come over here, share the videos with people if they want to talk about the show. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to keep it real. We could joke. Hey, everybody, we keeping it cordial in the chat. Nobody's going at anybody. That's what it's all about. We having fun because we going to get that BMF Mo spinoff. You know what I'm saying? They like, damn, Meech working with Mo. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here supplying them and stuff. But we going to see 50 Cent. Hook your boy up. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. But thanks for watching, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Watch some TV. I got some apple pie in the oven. You know what I'm saying? About to eat a little bit of dessert. Watch some movies and call it a night. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'm out.